You know your revenue number, you probably know your best-selling dish. You might even know how many covers you did last Saturday night. But do you know your prime cost percentage from last week? If you hesitated, this video is for you. Because that number, more than any other number in your business, is either protecting your profit or quietly destroying it. And most restaurant operators only find out which one it is when it is already too late to do anything about it. Stay with me for the next 8 minutes, 8 to 12 minutes I should say. By the end of this, you will know exactly what prime cost is, what your target should be for your type of restaurant, and 7 strategies to start hitting it starting this week. Hello everybody, my name is Matthew Coblin. I am the founder and CEO of HubPlate, the future of restaurant management and POS systems. Let's get into it. Welcome back. If you are new here, the channel is built for restaurant operators who want real numbers, real strategies, and no fluff. Today we are going deep on prime costs, arguably the most important financial metric in the restaurant business. And we are going to make it completely practical, no accounting degree required. Let's get into it, guys. So what exactly is prime cost? Prime cost is a combined total of your 2 largest controllable expenses. Your cost of goods sold, everything you spend on food and beverages, plus your total labor cost, wages, salaries, payroll, taxes, and benefits, all of it. The formula looks like this. Total COGS plus total labor cost equals prime cost. Then you express it as a percentage of sales. Prime cost divided by total sales equals your prime cost percentage. Here's a quick example. Say your restaurant does $100,000 in sales in a week. Your food and beverage costs are $28,000. Your total labor, wages, taxes, benefits comes to $33,000. Your prime cost is $61,000. Divide that by $100,000 in sales, and your prime cost percentage is 61%. Now, is 61% good or bad? That depends on your concept, which brings us to benchmarks. Prime cost targets are not one size fits all. They vary based on your concept, your price point, and your service model. Here is how the industry breaks it down in 2026. Quick service restaurants should be targeting 55% or below. Fast casual concepts should be in the 55 to 60% range, and full service and fast and casual dining restaurants should be targeting 60 to 65%. And finally, fine dining can run up to 65%, but only because higher check averages support the margin. Now here is the important update for 2026 that a lot of operators are not aware of. Industry veterans who have coached restaurant owners for decades are now saying that if you are doing more than $850,000 a year in gross sales, your real target should be 55% or under, not 65%, which used to be the benchmark. Think about what has happened to cost over the last few years. Food is up more than 35% above pre-pandemic levels. Labor costs keep climbing. At 65%, a lot of operators simply are not making money anymore. The old ceiling has become a danger zone. Set your target based on your concept, then chase it weekly. Why most operators are losing money they don't know about. Here's a stat that should make every restaurant operator uncomfortable. A typical restaurant runs 7 to 9% points above their ideal food cost. That gap between what you should be spending and what you are actually spending is waste, overportioning, pricing that has not kept up with ingredients costs, or in some cases theft. And most operators only find out about it when they look at a monthly P&L report that is already 3 or 4 weeks out of date. By the time you see that number, you have already spent the money. You cannot unspend it. You can only try to do better next month, and hope the same problem does not repeat itself while you wait for the next report. The operators who are protecting their margins right now have made one fundamental change. They switched from monthly prime cost tracking to weekly prime cost tracking. And that single habit change consistently drives prime costs down to 2 to 5 percentage points of sales almost immediately. On a restaurant doing $100,000 a week in sales, a 3% improvement is $3,000 back in your pocket every week. That is $156,000 a year. Visibility creates accountability, accountability creates action, and action is what moves the number. Let's get tactical. Here are 7 strategies to start hitting your prime cost targets in 2026. Strategy 1. Track prime costs weekly, not monthly. Pull your COGS from your inventory account. Pull your labor from payroll. Divide both by total sales. Review it every single Monday morning. Make it a non-negotiable part of your week. This one habit alone will move your prime costs faster than almost anything else on this list. Strategy number 2. Close the gap between theoretical and actual food costs. Your theoretical food cost is what you should have spent, based on your recipes and your sales mix. Your actual food cost is what you did spend. If your theoretical is 28%, but your actual is 33%, that 5% gap is costing you real money every week. Count your inventory consistently, flag the variance, investigate the root cause, waste, portioning, theft, and fix it. Strategy number 3. Schedule against demand data, not gut feeling. Your Tuesday dinner does not need the same staffing as Saturday brunch. Pull your historical sales data by day part and build your schedule around expected demand. One overstaffed shift costs hundreds of dollars. Multiply that across a week and across multiple roles, and the number gets very uncomfortable very fast. Use the data you already have to staff smarter. Strategy number 4. Update your recipe cost every time ingredient prices change. Most operators cost their recipes once and leave them for months. Meanwhile, ingredient prices keep moving. If your recipe costs are outdated, your theoretical food cost is a fiction, and you will not catch the variance until real damage is done. Every time a supplier invoice comes in higher than expected, update the recipe cost immediately and assess whether a price adjustment is needed. Strategy 5. Use menu engineering to protect margins without raising all of your prices. Not every price increase needs to be across the board. Analyze your menu by 2 dimensions: profitability and popularity. Your high margin, high popularity items are your stars. Promote them. Your high popularity, low margin items are your plow horses. These are the items dragging your prime cost up. Trim the portion, adjust the price, or swap an ingredient. Your POS sales mix data tells you exactly where to focus. We have a full blog on menu engineering. I'll drop the link below. Check it out. Strategy number 6. Negotiate with suppliers quarterly, not once a year. Supplier pricing is not a relationship that you set and forget. Pull your top 10 highest cost ingredients every quarter. Get at least one competing quote. Use that as leverage with your current supplier. You do not always have to switch, but the market knowledge alone often gets you better pricing and better terms. Strong supplier relationships also give you early warning on upcoming price increases so you can plan ahead. Share the numbers with your whole team. That's strategy 7. This is the strategy most operators skip entirely, and it might be the highest leverage one on the list. When your kitchen team knows your food cost target, they portion differently. When your floor team understands what waste costs the business, they treat it differently. Post your weekly prime cost results where the team can see them. Talk about them and pre-ship. Celebrate improvements. When everyone understands the target, you stop managing prime costs alone, and your entire operation starts working toward the same number. Putting it all together, here is a mindset shift that ties all of this together. Prime cost is not a metric you check once and move on from. It is a discipline. It is a weekly habit. It is a number that more than any other tells you whether your operation is healthy or whether something is quietly broken. The operators who are protecting their margins in 2026 are not necessarily the ones doing the most revenue. They are the ones who know their prime cost cold. who track it weekly, share it openly with their team, and act on it immediately when it moves in the wrong direction. Set your target, track it every week, improve it by 1 percentage point at a time, and do not stop until you get there. If you found this valuable, hit the like button. It genuinely helps this content reach more operators who need it. And if you want to go deeper on controlling food costs, labor costs, and prime costs with real-time data across your entire operation, check out HubPlate at hubplate.app. We have a whole blog series on there that provides massive amounts of value. A flat rate restaurant management platform. HubPlate is a flat rate restaurant management platform built specifically for operators who are serious about their numbers. No transaction fees, no hardware costs, everything you need to own your prime cost, all included. The link is in the description below. Subscribe if you're not already. We publish new restaurant operations content every week. See you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.